all the way on to start, run. All right, y'all, it's been a minute since we worked on the motorcycle. Back from vacation, time to get this thing sealed back up. We finally got the clutch nut off. So first things first, we're going to pull our plates, replace them with some fresh plates, seal everything back up, get our new gasket on, make sure that everything is cleaned up as well as it can be, and then get some oil back in the tank here. After that, we're going to be putting in another new battery because I destroyed this one. We have a new oil filter to go in. We also have a new rectifier and a new solenoid. So I'm gonna get all those parts in. We got the carb here with the new accelerator pump installed. Everything looks to be in working order here. You can see that just a touch of motion on the accelerator pump there. All that we have to do now is get it all back together. So let's see how this goes. I'll try and update you as much as possible, but I really just want to get everything pieced back together. Okay guys, well, I wouldn't recommend my solution, but if you take a crowbar, hook it into the back foot peg there, that will actually hold this in place while you break the middle nut free. So, gee, that's a battle, but there you go. Okay, we just got a new clutch cable run through back here, and I've just got it holding up right here for now. That should help with a smooth functioning clutch. Now it's time to pull the plates, see what we're looking like in there. So we've got a little washer, and then this should just come right out here, hopefully. So that's our basket, which does have a big washer on the back of it. So we can't forget about that, and checking to make sure that's still there. Let me put it back on. Now for our plates, which I've never done a clutch before, so I really don't know what kind of color we're supposed to have here. To me, these seem a little bit charred, but maybe not too bad. I don't really know. Let me know what you guys think. Definitely smell like hot oil. So I'm gonna make sure there's our fresh stack there, our old stack. We're gonna make sure that we've got the same order and number. And then we'll slide those other ones right back on. Here's an inspection of the inside. We've got some lines there. They're not actually super ridged, as you can see from up down. Probably need a new basket at some point, but it looks like we're okay for now, if I had to guess. So let's just put new plates in, see how she runs. So there we go, guys. New clutch plates are in. Everything fit real nice. And you can see it's really, there's not much grooving going on at the top here. So I think we should be set. Once we get this in, get some oil filled back up. I do need to give the gasket one more clean along the outside there, and then give it a little brake clean spray just to make sure that nothing gets stuck up inside of there. But other than that, we're looking pretty solid. Let's go ahead, get this sealed back up, and then take it outside, give it a brake clean spray, get the last of this gasket off, put a new gasket on, seal everything back up. We have new solenoid installed. We have new rectifier tucked up real nice, installed under here. As you can see, let's see, there's a better shot of it. Stays out of the way of the rear shock. Wires come around. One of them connects under this box here. The other one connects to this red pin right there. So all in all, not too bad. Waiting on an answer, trying to figure out how to know when this lift plate is properly torqued. I heard 12 Newton meters, not sure. Next up though, we're gonna put the carb back in. We have the new pump diaphragm, everything's tightened down. Think we should be good here. We'll get this installed, we'll get new coolant in, and we'll get the battery in, and then we're just waiting on getting the clutch assembly tightened back up and then filling it up with some oil. Previously, I accidentally destroyed that gear, so here's a nice straight replacement. Just came in the mail. We're gonna put the new gear in, make sure everything lines up, put a new gasket around it, put the cover on, and then fill up the coolant again and see if it leaks this time. That'll be the sign as to whether this is gonna function or not, or whether I need to replace the mechanical seal on the water pump. So let's get started. Tighten down to about 10 foot-pound torque on those 4 bolts. We've got our new gasket on. Okay, we got the 10W40 going in. 1.6 to 1.7 quarts. We have oil back in. We have coolant at least most of the way full. Battery back on. Gas tank is in, at least just sitting there. Oh, man, I'm so nervous right now. I'm gonna be really sad or really happy. I have a feeling I'm gonna be sad because that carb is still a disaster. But at least we got it back together. I'm gonna try and fire it up now and see what happens. Nothing. All right, guys, last hope before I have to take the carb back out again. Switched out the old CDI, this one here, for an aftermarket one. Let's see if that does anything. Okay, guys, I'm feeling really dumb right now. Didn't even look at like the replacement parts I put in. I mean, this carb kit is completely the wrong size jet. Doesn't extend far enough or anything. Wasn't gonna work ever. Pilot jet, that guy there actually looked okay, the replacement. But this and that are not the same thing, even with that little cap. I don't know why I put that in there without looking. We're putting the old one back in right now. After pulling the carb again and comparing the jets that I put in, realized that it's totally the wrong pair of jets that I bought. So, pretty stupid. I just had the bike running. We're gonna see if it'll do it again. It was smoking pretty good because I did paint the exhaust, so the exhaust hasn't been heat treated yet. And I'm hoping that that's what was smoking. But yeah, let's start it up. Give it a few blips of the throttle, and then we got to add some more radiator fluid. Whew. Holy crap. Okay, we got some work to do, but bike runs. We got the NX here. Choke all the way on to start, run. All right, everyone, that is going to be a wrap for the 1989 Honda NX250 build. This bike, love it, but it gave me some serious troubles. As you can see, haven't even put the decals on. I right now have a pile of items that go to this bike that are actually going to be going to a new owner tomorrow, because I did find somebody that I'm going to be trading this bike for. So as much as I enjoyed this NX, the time to move on is now. I know that essentially taking a small loss on this one, this will be the first bike that I've taken a loss on in terms of my restoration work, but that's okay. It's back up and running now. Somebody's going to enjoy it. At this point, it just needs a mechanical seal on the water pump and some carb tuning. Other than that, we got a bunch of parts back on this bike. We fixed up the seat, new exhaust, new wheel, brakes, lights, rear light, front light, plastic work, paint, carb work, paint on the exhaust, a whole list of items did to this bike. It was a fun one to work on. I'm sure I'll own another NX at some point, but for now, we're going back to 2 strokes. We got another Suzuki that's gonna hit the garage. Catch you on the next one, guys. Peace.